Part 54. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 531. Is this okay? Qin Feng was speechless for a while. The system's prompts kept saying congratulations to the host for successful use. He thought it was a failure at first. But later, he scratched the card and saw only success and no failure, so that he thought it was just a fixed word, but he didn't expect that failure actually occurred today. Maid, it's a good thing you have this one, otherwise it would be a big loss. Qin Feng held an extra fairy sword in his hand and muttered to himself. The sword's body was brilliant and the fluorescence was extremely extraordinary, but it was a pity that he couldn't use it. Here you go. Qin Feng threw it to Yecheng Cheng casually. This girl was still using inferior weapons of immortal quality. It was time for her to change them. For me. Yecheng Cheng was a little flattered. This was a fairy sword. It was given to him like this. The other party was really generous. Earth Immortal Sword. Suddenly, Yecheng Cheng was stunned. She seemed to have turned into a statue. She originally thought it was just an ordinary fairy sword, but she didn't expect it to be an earth fairy sword. She was really treating herself as an outsider. This is too expensive. Although Yecheng Cheng likes it very much, she still wants to refuse. A fairy sword made of such a material can take her strength to a higher level. However, she still remembers the other party and just wants her to be a maid. She deserves it for such a good fairy sword. Isn't my woman worth an earth immortal sword? Qin Feng rolled his eyes. He ignored the girl's expression and walked forward. Is it so explicit? There's something wrong with you too. Suzaku muttered suspiciously. Where are the people from the Brahma sect? Just after Qin Feng and the others left, a group of strong men from the great religions who maintained order came here. The senior brother of the Brahma sect was killed. Who dares to kill people from the Brahma sect after eating the heart of a bear but the courage of a leopard? How about a senior? The guard frowned and said, the person who can kill Fanya must be an extremely powerful master. It just so happens that opening the ban requires the cooperation of enough experts to open the portal. Going to the second floor. A monk answered tremblingly, still unable to recover from the previous shock. At this time, Qin Feng came to the second-level portal of the small world. He was too lazy to queue up and did not want to wait behind others to enter the secret realm. Near the restriction on the second level of the Qingxian secret realm, stood a group of powerful men from all races and major religions. They are still waiting for the masters who will participate in the secret realm trial to come so that they can open the restriction together. This secret realm prohibition releases a dangerous aura, and the two formation masters believe that enough strong people must join forces to successfully open it. Whoosh! In the distant sky, one after another figures came from the sky. Those people were all masters. With their joining, it would basically be no problem to open the secret realm restriction. Boom! At this moment, many masters and powerful men joined forces and exploded with unimaginable power. The vast amount of divine power was like a vast sea, rushing towards the restriction under the orders of the two formation masters. Ahead, countless heavenly materials, earthly treasures and array stones appeared in the haze, and the true energy surged. There was a clicking sound from the restriction, and it was about to be broken. However, after all the heavenly materials and earthly treasures were used up, some cracks appeared in this restriction. It will take some time to break it open again. Everyone, take a rest and prepare some heavenly materials and earthly treasures, so that you can completely break the restriction. The two formation masters looked at each other, a powerful voice came out, and they all nodded with satisfaction. When you enter the secret realm, you must gather together, otherwise there will be a big disaster. Choosing to enter the second level of the secret realm, a strong man was suspended in mid-air and said with a solemn expression. The second level of the small world must be extremely dangerous. A monk in the formless realm may die in it if he fights alone. Thank you, Elder, for your teachings. Countless young monks spoke one after another. Although they could not enter the secret realm immediately, the strong ones who entered first would also face the dangers and clear some obstacles for them. Qin Feng's golden eyes looked at the strong men in front who wanted to break the restrictions, and he curled his lips in disdain. Without half an hour, these people would not be able to enter the second level of the secret realm, and he could obtain some heaven and earth elixirs during this period of time. There are some masters gathered in front. They are outstanding in strength. When they enter the second level of the secret realm, they attack together. Seeing Qin Feng and the others walking forward as if no one else was around and appearing in front of them, Kong Nian, the young prodigy, had a cold look in his eyes. He was about to select some young heroes again and enter the secret realm of the small world to join forces. The boy who came in front of him at this moment actually wanted to join his team. He was really overestimating his abilities. Boy, what are you doing here? Is this a place where you can come? Kong Nian's face was gloomy. His power reached the level of the princes, and the Qin Feng in front of him was like an ant to him. In his opinion, monks who are not from the 8th or 9th level of the formless heaven cannot walk with him. What kind of thing is that other person gathering in front of him and not peeing and taking a look at himself? When Qin Feng heard this, he looked at Kong Nian coldly and did not take him seriously. He grabbed Suzaku and Yeching Cheng, stepped on immortal steps, jumped over Kong Nian in an instant, and rushed to the door on the second floor. Qin Feng's speed was incredible when he used the immortal step attack. He instantly led the two of them from the Shenmen to the second level of the Qingxian secret realm. This. Kong Nian's eyes flashed. He was surprised by Qin Feng's speed, and even more surprised by Qin Feng's ability to see the restricted door at a glance. In front of the forbidden portal, countless monks and the two formation masters all stood blankly on the spot. No one knows why this young man ignored the power of the restriction and led people directly into the second level. I'll go, who is that boy? If the other party enters an uninhabited territory, not even restrictions can stop him. After Qin Feng, countless monks were all surprised and talking, unable to believe what was happening in front of them. At the same time, many strong men looked at the two formation masters suspiciously, feeling incredible. The two formation masters looked a little embarrassed when they saw it. One of them said, "This kid can ignore the prohibition and enter it. I'm afraid he is an indigenous person here. Yes, he must be a native creature here, otherwise it would be impossible for this prohibition to stop him." Another formation master also echoed that Qin Feng directly entered the secret realm, ignored the restrictions, and exceeded the imagination of the two people. The other party was like a slap in the face, telling them that their method was the stupidest and most difficult. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 532. Crack. At this moment, the restriction made a cracking sound, and then, in the eyes of everyone, it collapsed in an instant. It was said that a large amount of natural treasures were needed. The eyes of many powerful cultivators looking at the two formation masters instantly became bad. Could it be that the two wanted to cheat the natural treasures, so they said that they needed one more time? As everyone knows, after Qin Feng entered the restriction, he was expelled by the restriction, and had to use his own method to break the formation restriction. It is also possible that the two seniors' methods broke the restriction, which gave the kid an opportunity. The young Tianjiao Kong Nian said. As a true disciple of Nanling Holy Land, he did not take Qin Feng seriously at all. He thought that it was his carelessness that allowed the other party to run into the secret realm first. Although the other party's speed was very fast, he was confident that he could do it at such a speed. Yes, how could such a young boy break the ban? There were other cultivators who smoothed things over for the two formation masters and tried to please them. So that's how it is. It makes sense. Countless cultivators agreed, thinking it was very possible. The second level of Qingxian's secret realm is larger than the first level. It is a small world with green mountains and clear waters, towering ancient trees, and no different from the outside world. As Qin Feng brought the two people here, he immediately felt countless powerful monsters here. And some of them are extremely powerful, even far beyond the fifth level of the lords. Swish. Since they entered the second level of the small secret realm at the first time, they naturally did not hesitate to leave. They rode on peacocks, and scanned the surroundings with powerful spiritual power and fiery eyes. After a while, the three of them obtained dozens of 6,000 years of spiritual medicine, and there were even more 4,000 years of red fruits. Not long after, Qin Feng's eyes lit up. He found a spiritual fruit that was more than 10,000 years old 100 kilometers away, but there was a very powerful monster lurking nearby. This naturally would not stop Qin Feng's footsteps. The three of them rode on peacocks and rushed forward without hesitation to snatch the spiritual medicine that was more than 10,000 years old. 10,000-year spiritual medicine is extremely precious. It can be used to refine immortal pills and is a rare and precious medicinal material. Soon Qin Feng and his team came to the mountain range. They found the monster crawling between the mountains. At this time, the 10,000-year spiritual medicine only had the top of the fruit, and there was a trace of green hair, and it was about to mature. The powerful monster guardian was waiting for the moment when the spiritual medicine fruit matured, and then swallowed it to make his strength even better. It's actually a green python. Qin Feng and his three people did not act rashly at first. There was a huge green python in the forest. The green python was outstanding and its strength was unfathomable. The other party was already at the critical period of transforming into a dragon, so he wanted to use the fruit of this 1,000-year-old elixir to break through the shackles and become a dragon. Qin Feng, this green python must be a great tonic for Longma. At this time, Zuck no longer called Qin Feng the master, because that would make the two of them extremely estranged. She wanted to eat the little man in front of her. It makes sense, I think it's okay. Qin Feng nodded. The green python was extremely powerful. If the blood contained in it was used to nourish Longma, it might allow the sleeping Longma to complete the transformation and reappear. A mere human dared to challenge my majesty, get out of here. The green python below heard the words and immediately raised its huge head, with a cold and gloomy cold light blooming in its vertical pupils. Three humans dared to criticize it, they really didn't know how to live or die. As the green python's divine thoughts fell, a lightning bolt immediately shot out from its eyebrows, piercing through the peacock in the sky. Its strength is comparable to that of the human princes. It really doesn't take the boy in the realm of godly illumination and the little girl in the realm of no appearance seriously. How can a mere food have any dignity? Qin Feng raised a smile at the corner of his mouth. In his hand, the Juexian sword burst out with a terrifying murderous aura. Qi La. The Juexian sword moved forward unstoppably, drawing a stunning sword light in the void, and the Suzaku sword technique was used instantly, dispersing the lightning in the sky into the invisible. Then the Suzaku suddenly burst out with a blow, instantly destroying everything and slashing on the body of the green python. Hiss. The green python let out a shrill long howl, its body broke into two pieces, and its blood and chi were rapidly draining, and it was seriously injured on the spot. My mount is seriously injured, and I just need you to contribute some energy and blood and chi to help it transform. While Qin Feng was speaking, a jade bottle appeared in his hand. Under his control, the jade bottle burst out with the power of attraction. The blood sprayed out by the green python, before it hit the ground, flowed into the jade bottle in Qin Feng's hand like a stream. Human, let's talk it over. I'll give you all the elixir, please be generous and don't kill me. At this time, the green python was not dead yet. Although its body was broken into two sections, for a creature like it, even if its tail was broken, it still had a chance to restore it. However, if it was sucked dry of its essence and blood, let alone the elixir, even its life would be gone. Don't worry, for the sake of your energy and blood, I won't take your life. Qin Feng smiled slightly and continued to absorb the blood and energy of the green python. In his opinion, there must be many such beings in this secret realm. It is not easy for the other party to practice. If he is killed directly, it would be a bit like killing the chicken to get the eggs. The other party is not guilty of death, so let him live. Upon hearing this, the green python immediately stopped struggling. Since he could not resist, he could only let it go. Not long after, Qin Feng collected half of the energy and blood of the green python and stopped his tricks. Seeing this scene, the green python struggled to fly up and disappeared in the mountains and forests in the distance. At this time, its body shrank a lot in this secret realm full of dangers. With its strength greatly damaged, it can only hide and make trouble in the future. Okay, it's time to collect the spiritual medicine. After putting away the jade bottle, Qin Feng moved his feet. He jumped from the peacock's back to the mountains and forests and soon came to the spiritual medicine. At this time, the greenness at the top of the spiritual medicine also completely disappeared. Qin Feng's mind moved, and he collected this precious spiritual medicine in the jade box. As the 10,000-year spiritual medicine left the plant, countless energies gathered on the fruit, and powerful energy was constantly radiating. If such spiritual medicines could be collected, and the blood of monsters could be added to refine a powerful pill, Qin Feng felt that he could make Long Macan can transform and wake up early. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 533. Just when Qin Feng and his team were searching for spiritual medicine in the second level of the secret realm, in the distant sky, Rong Mama of the Great Yan Kingdom was constantly crossing the void, performing amazing body skills, and rushing to the barren mountains outside the city. Her external incarnation was killed in the Qingxian secret realm, causing her body to be backlashed and seriously injured, which made her extremely angry. That incarnation possessed 60% of her strength. In the secret realm, she had just found a sacred beast and was killed before obtaining cultivation resources, which made her extremely angry. After consuming countless spiritual medicines from heaven and earth, she finally stabilized her cultivation at the peak, and came directly to the waterfall restriction in the wilderness, ready to enter the secret realm to find out the truth and kill the enemy. In the secret realm, Qin Feng and the other two once again scanned the four directions with powerful divine thoughts, just to continue to search for the whereabouts of spiritual medicines over 10,000 years old. Not long after, Qin Feng and his team found the whereabouts of another spiritual medicine, and there were still powerful guardians around. This naturally did not pose a problem for Qin Feng. After obtaining 2,000-year-old elixirs in succession, Qin Feng and his companions came to a valley. Roar! As soon as they approached the valley, Qin Feng and his companions heard a deafening sound in the valley, and the roar of a monster shook the sky. There, a huge monster floated into the sky, a huge python dragon, with a cyan gold color all over its body, hovering in the sky, with a body of hundreds of meters, exuding a terrifying and fierce power, which was fascinating. This was also a dragon evolved from a green python, with a single horn on its head and two claws. At this time, it had become a king body, between a python and a dragon, reaching the realm of princes. Around it, there were 7 delicate female monks, with magic weapons intertwined around them, constantly bombarding the cyan gold python dragon. However, no matter how fierce the fighting power of these 7 female monks was, they could not break the defense of the cyan gold python dragon. The 7 female monks were also very skilled. Compared with the huge python dragon, they were like flies flying in the sky, shouting. However, although they were powerful, they could not compare with the python dragon. Their powerful weapons could not threaten the blue gold python dragon at all. Hiss, roar. The blue gold python dragon roared to the sky, and the demonic energy on its body surged, carrying a powerful killing power, wanting to destroy everything. Swish, swish, swish. The demon essence took shape, like arrows piercing the void one by one. These arrows were never missed, and instantly pierced everyone present. Get out of the way. Be careful. At this moment, all the female monks were terrified. They fell from the sky to the ground, and the situation was extremely critical. Human, die. The blue gold python dragon naturally had no mercy on women. Its huge snake tail crossed the sky like a dragon, and instantly swept towards the 7 people who fell. At this moment, the 7 powerful female monks were all terrified. When the huge python dragon attacked, they moved in the air with armor all over their bodies, and their speed was incredible. At the critical moment, 4 female monks avoided the fatal blow of the blue gold python dragon. They were suspended 100 meters away, looking at the python dragon in the air. All of them were in fear. The other 3 were hit, screamed, and fell from the clouds, and hit the ground with a bang. Although they protected their bodies with armor when the python dragon's tail was about to approach their bodies, they were all seriously injured and lost the strength to fight again. What a terrifying monster! This kind of brilliantly evolved creature is far superior to ordinary princes. The 4 female monks looked solemn. The strength of this blue python dragon crushed them and was already on par with the 2nd level of the princes. The most powerful female cultivator among them was only in the quasi-lord realm. Although she was already amazing, she could not be compared with this wild dragon. Human, be my meal. The cold thoughts of the azure gold python dragon came, making the 4 female cultivators tremble with fear. The other party's voice had a cold demonic nature, which shocked their souls and made them feel like they were falling into an ice cellar. What should we do, senior sister? This monster has a strong cultivation base. Why don't we retreat first? All 3 female cultivators said, and they focused their attention on a woman in red clothes. The woman had a charming figure and wore a red Taoist robe, which outlined her figure in a well-proportioned manner. It was very eye-catching. It was obvious that this person was their backbone. This guy is really too strong. I will stop it for now. You go take the injured sisters to a far place. I will follow you later. Wang 11's pupils shrank slightly. The sisters regarded her as the backbone and followed her into the 2nd level of the secret realm to explore. Unexpectedly, she miscalculated as soon as she entered the 2nd level of the small world and encountered such a terrifying beast. This beast has thick skin and flesh. Even with her quasi-lord strength, she cannot defeat it. It is even difficult to break the opponent's defense, which makes her very self-blaming. But the dragon python is too strong, you can't stop it? Wang 11's sisters are also very anxious. Although her world strength is very strong, she is afraid that she can't escape unscathed from this dragon. Moreover, once the 3 of them get away, without the 3 of them to restrain the beast, their sister will have only one way to go. My cultivation is the strongest. You don't have to worry about me. I have my own methods. Rescue the junior sisters and the others quickly. This is an order. Wang 11 knew that with her own strength, it would be difficult to defeat this green gold dragon python, but she had no choice. These junior sisters of hers cannot stop Long Python in the slightest. Once she leaves, these people will all perish here. Wang 11's 3 junior sisters heard this and looked at each other. They still followed the senior sister's advice and transformed into 3 rays of light, falling towards the valley. I want to run, but can I walk? The voice of the green gold dragon python came, and it was clear what he was doing in his words. How could the prey it was interested in let them escape? Brush. I saw a divine dragon swaying its tail of the green gold dragon python, its huge tail brushing through the sky like a sword from the sky, heading towards the 3 people to intercept and kill them. At this moment, Wang Eleven's body bloomed with the laws of heaven and earth. She made fist seals with her hands, and a sacred mountain appeared in front of her, blocking the attack of the green gold dragon python. Boom! The red mountain instantly shattered into the void, unable to stop Qing Jing Kong Mang's attack. The next moment, the demon element bombarded Wang Eleven's body, sending Wang Eleven flying away. Puff! The rope was in mid-air. Wang Eleven's mouth was bleeding and she was seriously injured. With this moment of obstruction, her 3 junior sisters had already picked up the monks in the valley and flew away close to the ground into the distance. Brush. At this moment, Wang Eleven could barely maintain her figure in the void. Her body was crumbling, her face was sallow, and she was extremely miserable. After all, she still underestimated the strength of the green gold dragon python. The green gold dragon python had always hidden its fighting power. At this time, it burst out and showed its true strength, severely injuring her. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 534. Ahem, am I going to die? Wang Eleven coughed up blood in her mouth and her body was crumbling. Looking at the attack coming again, she could barely gather the energy in her body. Bang! The python dragon's tail surged with great power and struck Wang Eleven's body again, making a loud noise and shattering the protective aura on his body. Wang Ziruo's kite with its string broke and flew hundreds of meters upside down, and by chance it landed right in front of Qin Feng and the others. Qin Feng was originally not prepared to take action against someone he had never met before, but when the other party landed in front of him, he couldn't ignore it. Brush. Qin Feng waved his hand, and a strong wind spread out in front of him, catching Wang Eleven's body. Am I dead? Wang Eleven's thoughts had begun to blur. She was attacked by the green gold dragon python, and her armor and body protecting aura were all shattered, and she completely lost the ability to resist. Are you okay? Qin Feng put Wang Eleven on the peacock's back and asked, since he has already taken action, let's just do it to the end. After all, there is a 10,000-year elixir near the green gold dragon python. Is it not too much to take a 10,000-year elixir when you do good things for others? Who are you, the seducer? Wang Eleven's eyes were hazy. She saw a man wearing a white Taoist robe catching her, thinking that the white evil spirit of the black and white evil spirits had arrived. Humans, get out of here and stop meddling in other people's business, or I'll kill you too. The green gold dragon python roared, and he sensed a strong threat from Qin Feng's body. The other party had an aura of dust, which made him feel a strong sense of oppression. Little bug, get out of here, otherwise don't blame me for being rude. Qin Feng sat on the back of the peacock. He looked at the green gold dragon python with fiery eyes. Naturally, he did not like the blood of this dragon python, but it was enough to make elixirs for the dragon and horse. Human, you pissed me off. When the green gold dragon python heard this, he immediately became furious. As an evolver, it was about to turn into a dragon, but at this time, it was called a little bug by the humans in front of it, and its majesty was challenged. Boom! The green gold dragon python swung its tail towards Qin Feng and swept towards Qin Feng. On its body, the demonic essence burst out with bright golden light, which was extremely tyrannical. At this time, it has evolved into a king's body, and its defense power is extremely amazing. It can crack mountains and crack the ground with its physical body alone, which is unstoppable. Facing the green gold dragon python's body sweeping across, Qin Feng was happy and fearless. The moment the green gold dragon python's tail approached like a heavenly sword, he slapped it with a palm. You want to suppress me with just your physical strength, you don't overestimate your own capabilities. A sneer appeared on Qin Feng's face. He had the body of a god king, but physically speaking, he was not afraid of any ferocious beasts. Bang! Soon enough, just as the dragon's tail was approaching, Qin Feng's palms were flowing with golden luster and he patted the dragon python's body. Only an earth-shattering roar was heard, followed by a scream that shook the valley. Wang 11 was stunned when she came back to her senses. Her eyes widened and her beautiful eyes looked at the green gold dragon python, whose skin was torn and bloody, and her mouth opened into an O shape. Qin Feng's physical body is too strong, his palms are like golden mountains, and the green gold dragon python is no match at all. The green gold dragon python miscalculated. It wanted to suppress Qin Feng with its body, but it chose the most stupid approach. You must know that Qin Feng can have the royal body he has today because he crushed a group of saint sons to achieve the royal body. As the name suggests, the king's body is a king-level physique. Some people are born with a king's body, but that is because they have the vision of a king's body, but it does not mean that their physical bodies are comparable to fairy gold. When one enters the 5 realms of cultivation, he has a true king-level physique. At this time, the monk's physical body is already comparable to fairy gold, and he is the true king's body. As for the great perfection in the realm of princes, one step further is the rumored great success king. This green gold dragon python has a small body. It can crush Qin Feng on its own. How can it expect to suffer such a big secret loss? The lazuli dragon python's defense is quite strong. Qin Feng smiled slightly. His punch just now only broke the scales of the green gold dragon python. This green gold dragon python is indeed powerful. Try giving me a punch. Qin Feng's figure moved, and with the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, his fists were incredibly powerful. A golden beam of light appeared in the sky, and Qin Feng sent the green gold dragon python flying with just one punch, losing half his life on the spot. This scene was so shocking that Wang 11 and the fellow juniors who returned later were dumbfounded on the spot. Not bad, you're not dead yet, you can draw some blood to help the dragon and horse transform. Qin Feng thought, and there was a jade purification bottle in his hand. The next moment, the jade purifying bottle broke through the air and was fixed in mid-air. The green gold dragon python struggled in the forest and tried to escape, but was unable to do so. Lines of bright red dragon and python blood gathered in the jade bottle under Qin Feng's thoughts. It's amazing! Wang 11 exclaimed, her heart shocked to the extreme. She never expected that the green gold dragon python that she couldn't defeat would be severely injured by the young man in front of her. Brush. At this time, Qin Feng moved his steps and instantly put away the elixir in the forest. It's less than 10,000 years, just so. Qin Feng was helpless for a while, but he didn't know when he would come to the secret realm next time. Although he still had to wait for the blood and fire to have the effect of a 1,000-year elixir, it was better than nothing. In the mountain forest, the green gold dragon python was already dying after enduring Qin Feng's heavy blow. At this moment, its blood was being extracted. It could not escape at all and could only wait quietly for death. As time passed, the life essence of the green gold dragon python disappeared rapidly. At this time, Qin Feng put away the jade purification bottle and prepared to leave. The green gold dragon python, which had survived the disaster, was stunned. It didn't understand why the human in front of it stopped. Kill or behead him as you wish, I will never ask for mercy. The green gold dragon python frowned and said, as a powerful ferocious beast, it fell into the hands of this human being at this time, and it was ready to die. When did I say I was going to kill you? Qin Feng was speechless for a while. He was a good man, how could he kill this guy? As the saying goes, God has good intentions for life. Now that you are free, get out of here. Qin Feng waved his hand, signaling the green gold dragon python to get out of here. Anyway, I have already obtained enough dragon python essence and blood. Even if I continue to absorb it, it will not be of much use. You really let me go? The green gold dragon python said uncertainly. It felt that the young man in front of it might have bad intentions. Little did he know that its life was not worth mentioning in Qin Feng's eyes. The reason why he let it go was because its blood was no longer useful. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 535. Human beings are full of tricks. What are you planning? The green gold dragon python was very puzzled. This cruel boy in front of him actually let him go, which made him very confused. I'm going to get out of here. I'll change my mind soon. Qin Feng scolded silently. After finally being kind, this green gold dragon python dared to doubt himself. Whoosh! The green gold dragon python turned into a golden light, quickly escaped and disappeared. After seeing off the green gold dragon python, Qin Feng breathed a sigh of relief. He moved to take the two women away from here. How could you let it go? It hurt so many of our fellow disciples and you just let it go. At this time, one of Wang Eleven's junior sisters said in a bad tone that their junior sisters had injured 3 people. If they just let the green gold dragon python go away, it would be too cheap. It hurt your fellow sect, what does it have to do with me? If you want revenge, you can go it alone. Qin Feng's eyes narrowed, and the little girl's tone was arrogant, with a tone of blaming and scaring others, which made him very dissatisfied. Wang 11 sat on the peacock's back, his face turning blue and white, feeling extremely embarrassed. Qin Feng obviously saved their lives, but her junior sister questioned Qin Feng, which made her extremely embarrassed. You. Wang 11's junior sister was choked by Qin Feng, and she was so angry that she couldn't speak. She pointed at Qin Feng with her jade finger pads, her delicate body trembling, and she didn't know what to say. What are you? Qin Feng was very dissatisfied. His face turned cold. He had kindly saved these people, but these people were not only ungrateful, but actually dared to rebuke him. He didn't know what to say. Qin Feng's words were full of murderous intent, which immediately stunned Wang 11's junior sister. Qin Feng's murderous look made her so scared that she did not dare to say anything anymore. Thank you so much for saving me, sir. My junior sister is very quick-tongued and quick to talk. I hope you don't mind me. Wang 11 let out a long sigh. She knew it was her junior sister who was at fault and quickly apologized for her. After all, that was her junior sister. As a senior sister, she naturally couldn't let anything happen to her. Her junior sister was arrogant and domineering, and she was the granddaughter of the elder in the sect. The other party's status is extremely noble, but when he comes to the secret realm, he is nothing. But the other party brought the character of many I here, which is really too ignorant. Forget it, go ahead and do whatever you want, just pretend I didn't save you. Qin Feng waved his hand, not wanting to get involved in these personnel affairs anymore. He greeted Suzaku Yeching Cheng and was about to leave. Wang Myron, we are really destined. At this time, Kong Nian came from the sky with a large number of masters and appeared above the mountain range. It turns out to be senior brother Kong. When Wang 11 saw the person coming, her expression suddenly changed. Although she disliked the person in front of her very much, she still had the necessary restraint. In Nanling, Wang 11's sect can only be regarded as a mid-level sect, and compared with Kong Nian's sect, it is completely worthless. However, she has always been famous for her strength and beauty in Nanling. She has countless suitors around her and is nicknamed Beauty Queen. Kong Nian in front of her is one of her suitors. However, she didn't like Kong Nian's behavior and had never been willing to deal with the person in front of her. Junior sister Wang, I see that your energy and blood are low. Could it be that you were seriously injured? Kong Nian's eyes flashed, and he stared directly at Wang 11's plump body, with a lewd smile on his face. He has always been attracted to Wang 11 and wants to keep Wang 11 under his control. However, Wang 11's strength is outstanding and only slightly lower than him. It is not easy to make him submit. But things are different now. He feels that Wang 11's blood and energy are weak and his combat effectiveness is less than 30% of what he was before. This time may be a great opportunity. Hey, is it you? Kong Nian suddenly spotted Qin Feng's figure. Just now, he had focused all his attention on Wang 11. At this time, he spotted Qin Feng not far away, and he was immediately ecstatic. Moreover, he also saw Qin Feng holding a 10,000-year elixir in his hand. For the monks who entered the secret realm, this was the focus of the trip and an extremely precious cultivation resource. Especially his bad luck. After entering the second level, he has not yet obtained a 10,000-year elixir. At this time, the elixir in Qin Feng's hand is a training resource for him. You defeated a guardian beast together. Kong Nian's eyes flashed, with strong killing intent in his eyes. He thought that Qin Feng and Wang 11 were in a group. Several people must have defeated the monster together, and Wang 11, who contributed the most, was seriously injured. It's just a monster, but it's not easy to defeat it. Qin Feng weighed the medicinal materials in his hand. To him, defeating the green gold dragon python was nothing worth showing off. It was just an ordinary trivial matter. When Kong Nian heard this, he looked at Qin Feng in surprise. In his opinion, it was impossible for Qin Feng to defeat the ferocious beast with his level of cultivation. The other party must be an auxiliary, otherwise how could he not be injured? Is the opponent's strength really not as simple as it seems on the surface? Or are the rumors heard outside the restricted area true, and the other party really destroyed Fanya of the Brahma sect? Boy, I heard that you killed Fanya. Kong Nian was naturally not afraid of Qin Feng. His eyes were cold and he had no intention of backing down. He wanted the elixir in Qin Feng's hands very much, but he just lacked an entry point at this moment. Yes, it's me. Qin Feng stood with his hands behind his back, his face was extremely calm, he knew exactly what the man in front of him was planning. Just when the other party appeared, his wretched eyes swept over his two women, and stared at the elixir in his hand, with murderous intent. If he didn't get rid of this person, he would definitely bring him constant trouble in this secret realm. It's really you. Fanya and I are good friends, I want to avenge him. Kong Nian's murderous intent was bound to appear, and the fox's tail was immediately exposed, wearing a look of indignation, and people who didn't know really thought that he and Fanya were close friends. In fact, his relationship with Fanya was not that good, but it did not prevent him from lying in order to get the elixir. Fanya's murder was a good entry point, enough for him to take the opportunity to make trouble, get rid of Qin Feng, get Qin Feng's elixir, and get all three beauties in his hands. The other monks around immediately understood Kong Nian's plan after hearing this. They smiled sinisterly, walked forward with ill intentions, and surrounded Qin Feng and the others. Boy, you dare to kill Brother Brahma, you are really blocking me. Boy, pay for Brother Brahma's life. Everyone spoke up, with a very unfriendly expression. What are you pretending to be? You just want the elixir in my hand. Come and get it if you have the ability. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbs feed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300 x 250, placement, Below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 536. Qin Feng's lips curled into a sneer, and he didn't take the monks in front of him seriously at all. These people actually wanted the 10,000-year elixir in his hand. As for helping Fanya take revenge, it was just an excuse. But so what? In the face of absolute strength, any small means is tantamount to hitting an egg against a stone. Nowadays, Qin Feng's ability to grow to this level relies on his strong strength and decisive actions. Any enemy who dares to attack him will end up miserable. Boy, I will give you a chance. As long as you can survive 3 punches from me, I will spare your life. Kong Nian's face darkened, his body glowed with horror, and his physical body was extremely tyrannical. Just you? If you can take 3 punches from me, I will let you fall. The corners of Qin Feng's mouth curved in a cold arc. The other party actually wanted to compete with him physically. He simply didn't know how to live or die. Let me add some more chips. If you can take 3 punches from me without any trouble, I will give you all the 4 10,000-year-old elixirs in my hand. Qin Feng looked at Kong Nian with interest. Anyone who dared to take advantage of his woman was dead. Really? Kong Nian's body was flowing with terrifying divine energy. As a king, he had reached the realm of princes and his physical body was already completed. He has a true Xiaocheng king body and the image of a king body. In his opinion, the opponent is a whole level behind him, and he may not even be able to break through his own defenses. More importantly, these 4 10,000-year elixirs made him very excited, with a greedy look in his eyes. Not only was he like this, but the dozens of monks behind him were also like this, with greedy light flowing from their eyes. The 10,000-year elixir can already be called a holy medicine. It is extremely precious and rare. It contains a large amount of life essence and can give life to dead people. If the essence is extracted and supplemented with elixirs, it can be refined into a terrifying elixir, which can be used to enhance the state of the body and become a great king. Of course, but if you want my elixir, it depends on your ability. A cold light flashed in Qin Feng's eyes. He was too lazy to talk nonsense with Kong Nian. He motioned to Suzaku and others riding on the peacock to retreat temporarily. Okay, just 3 punches, but if you are injured, you can't blame me. Kong Nian's eyes flashed. It would be great to be able to obtain 4 10,000-year elixir using such a simple method. Kong Nian's cultivation level is at the 2nd level of the princes. He believes that the cultivation level of Shenzhou realm cannot even break through his own defense. Since you can get 4,000-year-old elixirs and extremely beautiful women so easily, this is really a good deal. Moreover, he has strong confidence in his physical body, and his practice has reached the realm of princes. With his own energy alone, he can cause powerful damage to low-level monks. When low-level monks attack high-level monks, they will be seriously injured by the energy reverberating from the opponent's own body. Some people's lives may be in danger if they are not careful. Then stand still and take the first punch. Qin Feng was too lazy to talk nonsense with Kong Nian. He stepped directly towards Kong Nian and punched out suddenly. The power of this ordinary punch was maximized. Boom! Qin Feng's punch shattered the void, and the energy surged, blooming with dazzling light. Kong Nian did not dodge, watching Qin Feng's punch coming, spreading energy all over his body, trying to directly bear Qin Feng's blow. The other monks brought by Kong Nian around him sneered at the corners of their mouths and looked at Qin Feng like the 4 of them. They had absolute confidence in Kong Nian's strength. His physical strength was as small as immortal gold. Moreover, Kong Nian was on the 2nd level of the realm of princes. Just the power of the countershock could seriously injure a monk in the formless realm. Qin Feng, a mere monk in the realm of divine illumination, would only have half a life left even if he did not die. Boom! A terrifying punch came and hit Kong Nian's chest instantly. There was a loud noise, and the dull energy spread, causing the place to fly. When the light dispersed, Kong Nian stood still, with traces of ridicule appearing at the corner of his mouth, saying, "Have you not eaten?" Kong Nian sneered, the energy in his body surged, the Gangqi blessed his physical defense, and the power of the divine light realm could not break through his physical body at all. Damn, that's so awesome. Qin Feng pretended to be very surprised and deliberately took more than 3 steps back. In the eyes of everyone, it was as if Qin Feng was shaken back by the energy coming out of Kong Nian. When Kong Nian saw this scene, the corners of his mouth curved deeper, and Qin Feng's performance was completely expected. The only thing that surprised him was that the dignified disciple of the Brahma sect died in the hands of such a loser. It really made people laugh out loud. "Why are you so scared?" Kong Nian sneered. He was really not afraid that Qin Feng would regret it. If the other party regretted it, it would give him an opportunity. "It's a joke, how could I be afraid?" Qin Feng said in a pretentious manner. Although Jin said he was not fat, his palms were inadvertently trembling slightly. Naturally, such a store performance could not escape Kong Nian's gaze. He had seen many young monks like this who thought they were geniuses. In order to show off their talents in front of beautiful women, they all ended up being extremely miserable. "Punch me again." Qin Feng moved and charged out again. Again, he did not use the punch blessed by the 9 forbiddens, but this time he replaced it with the Sun Fist, which was much more powerful than the previous punch. Kong Nian saw this scene, he stood there coldly, without any intention of dodging. He thought Qin Feng could not break his defense at all. Bang, a dull sound came, terrible energy shot out, making the field gusty. However, such a powerful punch still did not break Kong Nian's defense, which made Kong Nian more confident. "I don't believe you are really that strong." Qin Feng looked angry, as if because of the recoil force, his face turned red. This time he did not accumulate power, and hit out another terrifying punch. Kong Nian saw this scene, and he had given up his vigilance in his heart. In his opinion, the opponent's previous 2 accumulations failed to break his defense. And this time, the opponent did not even accumulate power, so he was even less of an opponent, and he was also ready. When the opponent's fist was approaching, he mobilized the energy of his whole body and killed him on the spot. Boom! When Qin Feng's fist was close to Kong Nian, he suddenly used the blessing of the 9 forbiddens. After the power of this punch was superimposed dozens of times, the terrifying power directly surged. Boom boom! At this moment, the void was trembling, spreading endless ripples, and the terrible power of the Sun Fist surged, shaking the world. "You are a wolf heart." Kong Nian was shocked when he saw this scene, and realized that something was wrong. The power of this punch was obviously many times stronger than before, which made him feel frightened. However, Kong Nian was too careless just now. Now he mobilized all his strength to turn defense into offense again, but it was too late. Puff! In a flash, Qin Feng's Sun Fist, which was blessed by the 9 forbiddens, hit Kong Nian. In an instant, Kong Nian's face was like gold paper, and he was blown away. In mid-air, he spit out a mouthful of blood, flew backwards 1,000 meters away, and hit a mountain. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 537. Boom! With an earth-shattering sound, the mountain peak collapsed on the spot, and cracks spread across the terrifying mountain peak. Can you imagine how terrifying Qin Feng's fist was? Hiss! The people around were all in an uproar, and everyone took a breath. This scene was really shocking. Nanling's powerful prodigy Kong Nian, who was considered physically invincible, was actually knocked out with one punch. "I'll go, what's going on? Have you noticed that the boy's punch strength just now suddenly multiplied several times? He must have a terrifying skill that enhances his combat effectiveness. Kong Nian actually lost. Senior brother Kong really underestimates the enemy." The monks who came with Kong Nian to practice were all dumbfounded and talked one after another. Their pupils were full of horror. Even the junior sister who Wang 11 scolded Qin Feng just now was frightened at the moment. The thought that she was rude to Qin Feng just now made her tremble. "Boy, you succeeded in irritating me." Kong Nian climbed out of the chaotic mountain. His eyes were filled with cold murderous intent. For someone as powerful as him, he was sent flying and smashed into the mountain with a punch. This was a great shame and humiliation for him. "Hey, you're not dead yet. It's beyond my expectation." There was a hint of ridicule on Qin Feng's face. Kong Nian was able to get up even after enduring the attack of his 9 forbiddens. The Xiao Chengqing body indeed exceeded some of his expectations. "Senior brother Kong, you failed to catch this young master's move, so you lost." At this time, Wang 11, who was sitting on the peacock's back, said that in her opinion, the bet between Qin Feng and Kong Nian ended with Kong Nian's defeat. Then Kong Nian shouldn't be aggressive again, he should just retreat. "That kid just said that if I can take 3 of his punches, he will give me the elixir, but he didn't say what if I can't take them. Now I'm angry. If this kid dares to fight me, he will die." Kong Nian's eyes suddenly erupted with a cold light, and the cold murderous intent was released, directly locking Qin Feng's body. At this moment, everyone present felt as if they had fallen into an ice cellar. Feeling the powerful aura around Kong Nian, they were all unable to control themselves. After withstanding Qin Feng's 3 solid punches, he was still able to have such terrifying fighting power, which made everyone present feel Kong Nian's domineering power. Here, only Qin Feng knew what was going on. His sharp eyes had already discovered that the blood and qi all over Kong Nian's body had been stimulated. The other party's Xiangong is extraordinary, which has brought his own strength to an absolute level, allowing him to perform at a level far beyond his previous level. However, although such a reversal of Xiangong can increase the strength, the sequelae are also huge. At this time, Kong Nian no longer cares about the side effects in order to kill Qin Feng. As long as he can kill Qin Feng and obtain the 4 10,000-year elixirs from Qin Feng, he can not only eliminate the side effects, but also take his strength to a higher level. At this moment, Wang 11 and her 6 junior sisters all had a look of horror in their eyes. They were all frightened. The 3 injured female monks were even more frightened, their whole bodies were trembling, and their faces were like gold paper. Compared with the strong and domineering Kong Nian, they are more willing to get along with Qin Feng, their savior. Once Qin Feng loses, I am afraid that Kong Nian's monks will never let them go. Because they all knew that Kong Nian was interested in his senior sister Wang 11, but Wang 11 didn't like Kong Nian at all. At this time, the look in Kong Nian's eyes clearly showed that he wanted to use force. Once Qin Feng died, Wang 11 could only become the meat on the chopping board and be possessed by Kong Nian. In order to keep their mouth shut, the other party might not let them go, and their fate would not be much better than Wang 11's. Brush. For her own safety, and in order not to be insulted by Kong Nian and others, Wang 11 swallowed the pill and rose into the air from the back of the peacock. She held the immortal weapon, stood with Qin Feng, and decided to fight with Qin Feng. Advance and retreat together. Wang 11, are you really sure you want to be my enemy? Kong Nian's whole body shone with light, and a terrifying aura was released. His eyes looking at Wang 11 were full of strong aggression. Senior brother Kong, since you and I have already broken our skin and the matter is over, why bother to say so much? Wang 11's face was pale. Her elixir was not an elixir, and it did not have such a strong effect. Her strength at this time was still less than 30% of the previous level. However, her words were very firm. Rather than being insulted by Kong Nian after Qin Feng died, it would be better to fight to the death. You bitch, please think clearly about the consequences of opposing me. I will make your life worse than death. And you will step into a place of eternal doom because of your senior sister's wrong decision. Kong Nian's eyes were cold, and he was extremely angry. At this time, his combat effectiveness was at its peak, and he thought he had taken control of the battle situation. With a wave of his hand, countless monks behind him immediately took action, and the sky trembled, as if an earthquake had occurred. The monks all had evil eyes, staring greedily at Wang 11's 6 junior sisters. Although Wang 11's junior sister is a little less beautiful than her, she is still a rare beauty who can let them vent their animal desires. At the same time, some people also cast their eyes on Suzaku and Yeching Cheng on the peacock's back. Both of them were of heavenly beauty, even a little better than Wang 11. They were peerless beauties, which made everyone's hearts tremble. When Wang 11's junior sisters heard this, they all looked indignantly, but they knew that the other party just wanted to destroy their Taoism, but at this time they could only share the same hatred, otherwise, the end would be miserable. Sir, these people are too powerful. We cannot resist them head-on. I will stop them and you can find a chance to escape. At this time, Wang 11 sent a message to Qin Feng without leaving a trace. Qin Feng saved them, but if she died here, she would feel very guilty. How can you stop them when you are injured like this? Qin Feng was slightly happy when he heard this. This girl was already injured like this, and her combat effectiveness was not as good as 30% of her previous strength. How could she stop these dozens of practitioners? Our master has a secret method that can instantly burst out energy that far exceeds one's own cultivation level, and can stop them for a while. Wang 11 once again conveyed the message to Qin Feng. Her so-called secret method was just to burn her own life and forcibly improve her state. But in that case, she herself would be finished, and she would be dead. Forget it, for the sake of your good character, I will keep you. Qin Feng said calmly. Wang 11, a girl, knew that letting his savior escape was considered intentional. But how could he, a majestic god king, let a woman sacrifice her life and escape on her own? What's more, among the monks in front of him, the most powerful Kong Nian was in the second level of the princes, while the rest of the dozens of people were all from Wuxiang to quasi-princes, which was not enough for him to take seriously. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 538. Young Master, don't be brave. There are too many of them. Even if you don't think about yourself, you should also think about your two Taoist companions. Once they fall into the hands of Kong Nian, they will end up worse than death. Wang 11's flowers were trembling wildly, her chest was rising and falling, and she said anxiously. Even if Qin Feng has the strength to defeat the green gold dragon python, it is just a ferocious beast after all. The power behind Kong Nian is extremely strong, and he also has dozens of helpers. If you don't escape at this time, if you carry it hard, it will be like hitting an egg against a rock. She was risking her own life to let him escape, but how could the other party be so ungrateful? This made her very helpless. How long has this happened? Still trying to act like a hero? You really don't know how to live or die. In response, Qin Feng smiled slightly and said, "It's just a group of ants, nothing to worry about." While speaking, he took out several healing pills from the space of his system. Under his control, the elixir flew in front of Wang 11 and her junior sister. Although several people had taken pills before, they were completely incomparable to Qin Feng's. Although this elixir is not a 9-turn elixir, its efficacy is extremely amazing, and it is enough to cure their injuries. As Qin Feng's elixir appeared, the fragrance filled the valley for a while, refreshing the soul. These healing elixirs all reached level 8, and their effects were extremely profound, calming everyone around them on the spot. "Sir, why are you so embarrassed? You are too polite. We can't take your healing elixir. Please take it back and leave quickly." Wang 11 and others felt very flattered when they saw this scene. Qin Feng's move was too generous. This kind of elixir has 8th level vision and is extremely precious at first sight, allowing them to feel its amazing medicinal effects. You can take out something like this easily, but the background must be extremely shocking. However, Qin Feng said that Kong Nian and others are all ants, so they naturally disagree. If Kong Nian and these people were ants, then they might even be worse than ants. There is no reason to take back what my young master has given away. At this time, Suzaku said with a smile on the peacock's back behind Qin Feng. She could see that Qin Feng's attitude had changed a bit, and she didn't know what the two of them had just said in private. However, she felt that it was very possible that her young master's love was overflowing again. "Little girl, you're welcome. I don't have 1,000 or 800 of these elixirs. Just take them and heal the injury quickly, otherwise I'm afraid there will be sequelae." Qin Feng smiled slightly. He was so arrogant. The elixir he took out reached the level of quasi-elixir and was extremely precious. At this time, it was clear that the enemy was in front, and the atmosphere was tense, but the other party seemed not to feel it at all, and actually went all out to flirt with the girl in front of him, which made Kong Nian feel that he was being underestimated. Moreover, he saw that the efficacy of the elixir Qin Feng took out was also extremely precious, which made his eyes sparkle with brilliance. As soon as the other party made a move, it was a quasi-elixir that reached rank 8. He was like a big fat sheep. He was a business that came to his doorstep. Naturally, he couldn't let the other party slip out of his hands. Wang 11 saw that it was hard to refuse, so they took Qin Feng's elixir. Although the medicine melted and their injuries improved, it was impossible to compete with Kong Nian and the others. "Boy, you're about to die and you're still showing off in front of Grandpa, go to hell." Kong Nian's eyes turned cold, and a lot of light shone around his body, and he was about to take a strong shot at Qin Feng. At this time, Wang 11 ignored everyone's obstruction. She stepped in front of Qin Feng and said, "Kong Nian, as long as you let this young master go, I will promise you anything." Wang 11 stared at Kong Nian and said fiercely. At this moment, she just wanted to stabilize Kong Nian and buy time for Qin Feng and others to leave. As for leaving, she was ready to commit suicide. "Your junior sisters can leave, but this boy really can't." Kong Nian sneered when he heard this. At this time, he thought he was in control of the battle, so how could he compromise and let Qin Feng and others leave? Qin Feng was very helpless. The female monk in front of him kept blocking his way. Although the other party had good intentions, what was the point of hiding behind a woman? How could I possibly see this woman jumping into a pit of fire in order to save herself, with my majestic divine king body and the owner of the bloodline of Pangu? Girl, you should still care about yourself. If I want to leave, these idiots in front of me can't stop me. As soon as Qin Feng's words came out, the whole place was in an uproar. The people brought by Kong Nian were all dumbfounded, and all of them looked at Qin Feng in a bad way. Wang 11 and her junior sisters were even more frightened. They all looked at Qin Feng. This sentence undoubtedly cut off their own way of life. Wang 11 was especially upset because the other party's words made all the opportunities she had just compromised to win in vain. "Let me go, does a mere monk in the Divine Light realm really think that he can challenge Senior Brother Kong, who has fully developed his cultivation base?" Senior Brother Kong was careless just now and his combat power was not fully activated. This kid doesn't think he is really a person, does he? Where did you come from, this idiot? Get out of here, you are not overestimating your own abilities. Behind Kong Nian, many monks spoke one after another, their eyes full of contempt. In their opinion, Qin Feng was just lucky to be able to hit Kong Nian away. What's more, Kong Nian came to the field and was not harmed. They could feel that the divine power in Kong Nian's body was like a sea, and his strength was stronger than before. Even Wang Eleven's mouth twitched. She sent a message to Qin Feng, "Young master, this is not the time to act, show off. You should find a chance to escape." Qin Feng felt a headache when he heard this. The little girl in front of him was so cute and innocent that he didn't know what to say. He passed Wang 11 and came to the front. His spiritual sense released his fiery eyes and golden pupils. "Who was scolding me just now? Stand up." Qin Feng was angry at that time. This group of idiots in front of him dared to scold him. Did they really think he was good-tempered? "Boy, why are you so arrogant? I'm just scolding you, what's wrong with that? Damn it, come and hit me if you dare." Some people behind Kong Nian were extremely arrogant. They looked down on Qin Feng and said. Among them, the weakest one was in the 9th level of Wuxiang, and the strong ones were all in the 1st level of Zuhao. As for their senior brother Kong Nian, he was even more powerful than the 2nd level of Zuhao, which made them all fearless. "Since you ask for it, I'll grant your wish." As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, he stepped on the Nixian step and rushed over in an instant, raising his hand to slap him. Pa! The terrifying slap was extremely powerful, and the divine power surged, instantly blowing the Quasi-Lord Cultivator away. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 539. This is the first time I've heard such a weird request. A cold smile appeared on Qin Feng's lips. With his speed and physical power, the monks in front of him were naturally unable to resist him. "Cao, you are seeking death." The monk who was slapped away by Qin Feng was not convinced at all, and the light around him rushed into the sky and rushed towards Qin Feng again. "Mad, you are too arrogant, try touching me again." Behind the monk, there was an immortal sword floating in the air. The sword contained murderous intent and was breathtaking. As one of the geniuses of Kong Nian's sect, he had never been so angry before. If Kong Nian hadn't given the order yet, he really wanted to kill Qin Feng on the spot. "Okay." When Qin Feng heard this, a smile broke out on his face again. As his words fell, he stepped on the immortal step, and his whole figure disappeared again, and at the same time he slapped him hard. Boom! There was an earth-shattering sound, and the monk was knocked away by Qin Feng again. He looked terrible, blood and teeth spurted out on the spot, and he fell to the ground. "Boy, you are really weird." Qin Feng stood with his hands behind his back, and a terrifying coercion bloomed on his body, which shocked the monk who fell on the ground. He got up with a grunt and retreated backwards. At this moment, his eyes were filled with stars, his head was dizzy, and he was completely scared out of his wits. Moreover, he found that all the energy in his body was scattered, and there was a big problem. Not far away, when Wang 11 and his junior sisters saw Qin Feng acting so decisively, they all stood stunned on the spot. Faced with such terrifying means, they didn't know what to say. Faced with such a crisis, the other party still acted so forcefully and domineeringly. Could it be that there really is a terrifying existence behind the other party? "Sister, I didn't expect this young master to be so cruel. Maybe the opponent really has the strength to defeat Kong Nian. After all, he defeated the green gold dragon python before." Wang 11's junior sisters seemed to have grasped the life-saving straw. Their eyes trembled, and they sensed hope. This Kong Nian is stronger than the green gold dragon python. Don't forget that there is a holy land standing behind Kong Nian. But Wang 11 didn't think so. Kong Nian was gifted and his strength was unfathomable, and behind him stood the Kongxian clan in the Holy Land, whose strength was even more terrifying. And Kong Nian is the junior disciple of the Holy Son of the Kongxian clan in the ancient Holy Land. His qualifications to become the Holy Son's junior brother are evident. Damn, who else scolded me just now? Please stand up. At this moment, Qin Feng was extremely powerful. His eyes scanned all the people behind Kong Nian, and he directed Zhang Shan to stay calm, not taking them seriously at all. Come together and kill him. At this time, Kong Nian, who was silent, stepped out. When Qin Feng slapped away his junior brother, he felt that Qin Feng's movement was too weird, so he felt a little unsure. He felt that if he fought alone, it would be difficult to defeat Qin Feng. However, if dozens of people attacked together, even if the other party was the Dachshund King, they would have no choice but to suffer. Good. Kill. The monks of the Kongxian clan were suppressed by Qin Feng before, which made them feel very embarrassed. Now, senior brother Kong Nian has spoken and is ready to lead them to attack Qin Feng. At this moment, they immediately feel that they can do it. Boom boom boom. At this moment, all the monks behind Kong Nian were filled with murderous intent, and their weapons and magic weapons were all suspended in the void, bursting with light. Act recklessly. When Qin Feng saw this scene, he became completely furious. On his body, there was a bright light, and the vision of the God King swirled around, making him feel like he was wearing a layer of fairy clothes, shining in all directions. A green dragon surrounds his body, making him look like a God King in this world, so powerful that it is difficult for people to look at him. It turns out he has a strong body, no wonder he is so confident. Kong Nian felt a chill in his heart. Behind him, a fairy sword revealed a bloody brilliance, covering the world. For a moment, the sky and the earth were filled with blood, and a biting chill filled the air. The pressure reached the depths of people's souls, making all Wang Eleven's junior sisters around them feel like they were facing a formidable enemy. Bang! Qin Feng was the first to take action, using the Taiyan fist in his left hand and the Taiyan fist in his right hand. The two fists were intertwined, showing the potential to crush the world. Kunpeng Divine Form. Qin Feng used the 9 forbiddens to shake out Kunpeng's divine form, showing earth-shattering methods, and his magic power was violent for a moment. A Kunpeng appeared in mid-air. It was so real, and the aura flowing out of it was suffocating. Although they were far apart, several of Wang Eleven's junior sisters staggered and almost fell to the ground. They could not bear the terrifying pressure. So strong. This kid has hidden his cultivation. Everyone, take action quickly. At this moment, Kong Nian and the monks behind him were all stunned. This kind of authority frightened them to death. As everyone knows, Qin Feng did not hide his cultivation at all, everything was just made up by Kong Nian and the others. At this moment, Qin Feng's divine form of Kunpeng, blessed by the 9 forbidden rules, was knocked out by him. For a moment, the 12th yin and the sun intertwined, and the waves of endless light were higher than the waves, heading towards Kong Nian and the monks behind him. This is an astonishing scene. Kunpeng spreads endless ripples in the void, and the heaven and earth are rumbling. Demon Blood Sword. Kong Nian shouted loudly, he knew he couldn't hide anymore. The blood-colored immortal sword behind him was surging with energy, and the dazzling light dyed the world blood red, and endless ghosts appeared, emitting a terrifying breath. Boom! The world was shaking Kunpeng's divine form, and it collided with the demon blood sword in the void. In an instant, Kunpeng's divine form collapsed, and the demon blood sword also shattered in the void, emitting a terrifying breath. The blood-colored sword energy filled the sky, the moon, and the sun intertwined, and the energy violently swept the world. The many cultivators behind Kong Nian were blown away like a lone boat in a storm. There were more than a dozen beings in the Wuxiang realm, and they were instantly affected and their bodies were gone. Too horrible. The immortal sword that Brother Kong risked his life to cultivate was actually broken. This person's body is so terrifying. The existence of the vassal domain of the Kongxian clan all looked extremely horrified. The God King body actually possessed such strength that even the cultivators of the 9th level of the Wuxiang heaven could hardly resist it. This made people feel creepy. The energy in the sky was steaming. The sword energy released by the demon blood sword could not hurt Qin Feng at all. All the murderous intent was refined by the God King power of his physical body. Such a powerful physical body, blooming with brilliant divine light, stunned everyone. Oh my God, is this still a human? The lips of the cultivators of the Kongxian clan were trembling. All the cultivators attacked together, but they couldn't stop the opponent's move, which made them extremely frightened. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 540. This is a supreme secret. It is the fish of the northern underworld that is rumored to be able to swallow the sky and the earth. Legend has it that there is a fish in the North Ming dynasty, and its name is Kun. It is so big that it is unknown how many thousands of miles it is. It turned into a bird, and its name was Peng. I don't know how many thousands of miles the Peng has carried on its back, but it flew away in anger, its wings like clouds hanging from the sky. Wang 11's junior sisters all looked wonderful. With just one move, they all knocked away Kong Nian's junior brothers. With such strength, they were simply unstoppable. You actually destroyed my demon blood sword. How could it be like this? Kong Nian's lips were trembling. The magic weapon he relied on for survival was violently smashed by Qin Feng. This made him extremely frightened. Who are you? You can't be a nobody. At this moment, even Kong Nian was frightened. The other party was so terrifying. He must be an extraordinary figure of the younger generation, which made him feel a great sense of crisis. A monk in the divine realm actually possesses power comparable to that of the princes. Only a few monks can do this. Bang! Qin Feng did not respond to him, but took action again. The lunar and sun intertwined in his palm, and the Kunpeng divine form appeared again, suppressing it directly forward. The terrifying power was momentarily immeasurable. Kunpeng flew through the void, its powerful wings waving like 108,000 swords, aiming to kill all the remaining monks in the air. Brother, help! At this moment, the surviving monks behind Kong Nian immediately changed their colors. Such terrifying methods made it difficult for them to resist. At this time, they knew that even if everyone took action together, they would not be Qin Feng's opponent. Only Kong Nian could save them. Don't worry, as long as I'm here, he can't do anything to you. Kong Nian thought, and 8 fairy swords appeared beside him. The fairy sword floated beside him, intercepting and shooting into the sky, facing Qin Feng's Kunpeng divine form. Can you stop the person I want to kill? Do you think you are the ancient holy sun? Qin Feng changed his moves again. Between his palms, the immortal King Heaven suppressing finger was as transparent as jade, piercing through the ground. Puff, puff, puff. The immortal King's Heaven suppressing finger is an earth immortal martial skill that is extremely powerful and possesses magical and mysterious abilities. Such a terrifying finger was so powerful and its energy reached its extreme that not even Kong Nian could stop it. As the finger light penetrated the void, the remaining dozen people were killed on the spot and fell to the ground. Another terrifying offensive technique. Wang 11 and others murmured nervously again, and Qin Feng once again performed a killing technique. The light shone in all directions, making it difficult for them to look directly at them and reaching their souls. Qin Feng used the immortal King's Heaven suppressing finger to kill all Kong Nian's juniors. This was undoubtedly a slap in the face to Kong Ling. Peacock sword formation. Kong Nian shouted loudly, and 8 swords cut across the sky. The sword energy radiated in the void and turned into 8 peacocks, attacking Qin Feng with an astonishing power. This is the great killing technique of the Peacock clan. The sword light sweeps through the sky, and 8 peacocks can destroy everything. Qin Feng intercepted and killed with the immortal king's heaven-suppressing finger. The light from the finger reached the sky and moved the earth, piercing terrifying ditches in the air, shaking the heaven and the earth. Chi. The void was trembling wildly, and the finger light surged, almost shattering the heaven and earth in the void. Then the light flashed, and the finger lights showed their sharpness, like the sound of immortal swords, resounding throughout the past and present. At this moment, there seemed to be 10,000 swords roaring in unison above the valley. The endless sharp edges were so terrifying that they could kill everything. Countless rocks and vegetation were affected and turned into powder, flying all over the sky. This scene was so shocking that the sky was trembling, and the terrifying waves made people's hearts palpitate. Kong Nian was quite surprised. This peacock sword formation was a killing technique passed down by the strong men of his clan. Why couldn't it intercept the opponent's finger? Boom! At this time, the light of Qin Feng's fingers was changing. In his left hand, the 12th yin intertwined with the sun, connecting the great road of heaven and earth, and transformed into the divine form of Kunpeng, which was unparalleled in the world. The terrifying Kunpeng divine form flew across the sky and collided with Kong Nian's sword array. Kong Nian flew backwards on the spot, and his face instantly became like gold paper. How is that possible? Kong Nian was completely unwilling to believe that he had raised his chi to the extreme, but why couldn't he compete with the opponent at all? I don't believe it. Kong Nian shouted again. He didn't think he was any worse than Qin Feng. As he poured in his divine power, his sword energy reached its peak. However, this still could not change the result. Qin Feng's Kunpeng divine form shook again, knocking him away again, making his face turn pale in an instant. At this moment, Kong Nian's heart was cold. His cultivation was almost on the verge of entering the 3rd level of the princes. However, he could not stop the other party. What did this mean? This shows that the opponent's strength is extremely strong, crushing the high realm with a low realm. This is the legendary retrograde defeat of immortals. The more Kong Nian fought, the more frightened he became. The situation on the field was completely controlled by Qin Feng, putting him in a terrible rhythm. Not good. At this time, Kong Nian also realized that something was wrong. The color on his face changed again, and he noticed something was wrong. Brush. Kong Nian made a decision immediately. He knew that if he didn't leave, it might be too late. He immediately became confused and wanted to retreat. However, it was already too late. Qin Feng's immortal king heaven-suppressing finger in his right hand and the Kunpeng divine shape in his left hand gathered endless energy, seemingly draining away all the spiritual energy between heaven and earth. At this moment, the heaven and earth were trembling. The immortal king's heaven-suppressing finger turned the finger light into a cage, isolating Kong Nian in it. The next moment, Kunpeng's divine form swooped down, shaking out a terrifying energy wave like the ocean, and directly hit Kong Nian. This attack was too terrible, even Kong Nian, who was so powerful, could not stop it. He showed a look of horror in his eyes, and his heart was terrified to the extreme. Don't kill me. Kong Nian was panicked. He had reached his level of cultivation and had not enjoyed the good times yet, so he naturally did not want to die. However, Qin Feng was no longer prepared to give him a chance. His Kunpeng divine form was earth-shattering, making the 10 directions tremble. The terrible power of the raging waves shook the world, and even the sky was about to crack. As the Kunpeng divine form pressed on Kong Nian's body, it killed Kong Nian and shattered him on the spot, turning him into a tattered body. This was an indescribable scene of power, which made Wang 11 and others in the field all like wooden sculptures, speechless. Hiss. After a while, Wang 11 and the other 7 came back to their senses. They all gasped. Everything that happened before their eyes made them feel terrified and unable to control themselves. This was too horrible. Kong Nian from the realm of princes was actually killed by a cultivator in the realm of Shenzhou. This easily killed the enemy across a large realm. It was simply the legendary counter-attack against the immortals. No, this was the counter-attack against the immortals.